Imagine, deep beneath the waves of the Aegean Sea, a secret lay sleeping for more than 2,000 years. Once, it was a marvel of human ingenuity, a complex web of gears, dials, and mysterious inscriptions, all housed in a simple wooden box. When it was found, it was just a corroded lump of bronze, mistaken for little more than sea-crusted rock. But hidden inside that lump was a discovery that would completely rewrite our understanding of ancient technology. This is the story of the Antikythera Mechanism, the world's first known analog computer, a celestial calculator from a forgotten age of science. The fragments pulled from the seafloor tell a story far bigger than their size. They speak of brilliant engineers, of astronomers who turned the heavens into gears, and of a civilization whose genius we are only just beginning to comprehend. This isn't just the story of a machine, it's the story of human curiosity, of lost knowledge, and the rediscovery of brilliance buried by time and salt. The year is 1900. A crew of Greek sponge divers, going about their daily work, drops anchor near the small island of Antikythera. One of the divers, Elias Stadiatis, descends into the deep blue. But instead of a reef, he finds himself staring at something extraordinary. A massive ancient shipwreck, resting silently in the dark. When the artifacts were brought to the surface, they were breathtaking. Marble statues, bronze sculptures, gleaming jewelry, and ancient pottery. But among these treasures was an unremarkable, heavily corroded lump of bronze, fused with decaying wood. It seemed insignificant. Months later, at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, a curator noticed something strange within that lump. Tiny, perfectly formed gears. It looked like nothing else from the ancient world. It was as if someone had built a clock, but long, long before clocks were ever invented. At first, scholars were completely stumped. Was it a simple astrolabe? A navigational tool? Maybe a strange calendar? Years went by before anyone grasped the incredible truth. This ancient device was far more complex than any clock from the Middle Ages, and more accurate than any known astronomical device for another 1,000 years. What those divers had unknowingly found was a scientific masterpiece, a mechanical model of the entire cosmos, built more than 2,000 years ago. The mechanism didn't survive its 2 millennia underwater in one piece. It came to us as a collection of more than 80 broken, corroded fragments, fused with the remnants of its wooden case. Yet, from these shattered pieces, scientists began to reconstruct the impossible. The largest surviving fragment holds a gear about 13 centimeters across, and surrounding it, dozens of other gears once meshed together in a beautiful, intricate dance. Using modern imaging techniques like CT scans and 3D modeling, we've revealed at least 30 bronze gears, each with precisely calculated ratios. Some are as small as a thumbnail, all meticulously cut by hand. Together, they formed a network capable of tracking celestial time. It could predict the positions of the sun and moon, the cycles of the planets, and even forecast eclipses. The front face of the mechanism displayed the Greek zodiac and the Egyptian calendar, which was the scientific standard of the time. But the back face was where the true genius lay. It featured 2 large spiral dials. The upper spiral tracked what's known as the Metonic cycle, a 19-year period that synchronizes the solar and lunar calendars. The lower spiral tracked the Saros cycle, a pattern that allowed users to predict both solar and lunar eclipses with startling accuracy, years or even decades in advance. Even more incredibly, the mechanism had a special gear system that modeled the moon's varying speed as it travels in its elliptical orbit. This level of mathematical sophistication was thought to be centuries ahead of its time. These weren't just simple wheels, they were physical expressions of astronomical theory, rendered in metal. The Antikythera mechanism was, quite literally, the cosmos made mechanical. So, what could this incredible device actually do? Well, by turning a single handle on its side, the entire system would spring to life. As the gears turned, pointers on the front and back dials would move, showing a specific date and the corresponding positions of the sun, the moon, and likely the 5 planets known to the Greeks. You could see the phase of the moon for any given day. You could find the position of the sun against the backdrop of the zodiac. You could pinpoint the exact timing of upcoming eclipses, and in a fascinating blend of science and culture, it even tracked the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games, with the names of other Panhellenic games engraved on the back dial. This wasn't just a random feature. It showed how science, religion, and social life were all interconnected, all governed by the predictable rhythms of the heavens. By using complex gear ratios, the mechanism could even account for the moon's irregular motion. One particular arrangement, known as an epicyclic gearing system, perfectly mirrored the sophisticated geometric models developed by Greek astronomers like Hipparchus. With this device, a user could visualize how the heavens moved, not as the unpredictable whims of gods, but as a predictable, calculable, mechanical system. The Antikythera Mechanism wasn't just a tool. It was a teaching device, a cosmic simulator, and perhaps the ultimate physical expression of Greek scientific philosophy, the belief that the universe could be understood through reason and mathematics. But who could have created such a masterpiece? The creator of the Antikythera Mechanism remains a mystery, one of history's great unsolved puzzles. The Greek inscriptions and the calendar system strongly suggest it was built somewhere in the Greek-speaking world, perhaps on the island of Rhodes or in Ionia. Both were hotspots for brilliant astronomers and engineers. Some scholars have linked the device to Hipparchus of Nicaea, one of antiquity's greatest astronomers, who developed the very mathematical models of the moon's motion that the mechanism uses. Others suggest it might have come from the school of Posidonius, a famous philosopher whose students included the Roman orator Cicero. In his writings, Cicero described a similar device that modeled the heavens, a description that sounds uncannily like the Antikythera Mechanism. The ship that carried it was a Roman vessel, likely on its way from Greece to Italy around 70-60 BCE, filled with luxury goods. It's entirely possible that the mechanism was already old when it sank, a treasured artifact being transported by a wealthy Roman collector who recognized its genius. Whatever its origin, the mechanism represents a level of technical skill and scientific insight that would vanish for over 1,000 years, not to reappear until the great cathedral clocks of the European Renaissance. It's a humbling reminder that our ancestors were capable of wonders we are still striving to understand. The Antikythera Mechanism isn't just an artifact, it's a message in a bottle from a lost world of genius. For decades, the corroded fragments of the Antikythera Mechanism sat in a museum, their secrets locked away. But in the mid-20th century, scientists began using X-rays to peer inside. The images were staggering. Beneath the decay lay layer upon layer of intricate gears, delicate pointers, and structures so complex that no one thought them possible in the ancient world. Later, with the advent of high-resolution 3D CT scanning, the picture became crystal clear. Researchers could digitally reconstruct every single tooth on every gear and read inscriptions that had been hidden for millennia. They uncovered complex, interlocking systems and hidden mechanisms that finally explained how this incredible device could track celestial cycles with such mind-blowing accuracy. Engineers, archaeologists, and clockmakers then joined forces, armed with this new digital blueprint. They rebuilt the mechanism using bronze, wood, and the ancient mathematical models they had uncovered. What emerged was breathtaking. A working replica that, with the simple turn of a crank, displayed the majestic dance of the heavens. These modern reconstructions proved that the Antikythera Mechanism wasn't some strange, isolated curiosity. It was a masterpiece of applied science, likely the culmination of centuries of Hellenistic engineering knowledge. It has, without a doubt, transformed our view of ancient technology forever. But the gears are only half the story. Etched into the bronze plates, almost invisible beneath the corrosion, are hundreds of tiny Greek letters. These aren't just random markings, they are instructions, labels, and astronomical notes. It's a user manual, written by its creators over 2,000 years ago. Modern imaging techniques have allowed us to read these texts for the first time, revealing phrases that describe the sun, the moon, the known planets, and even a calendar of eclipses complete with warnings for the user. This tells us something profound. The device wasn't a secret tool for a select few. It was meant to teach. Perhaps it stood in a scholar's workshop, a public library, or a temple, used to demonstrate the elegant, clockwork nature of the cosmos. It was designed to turn abstract mathematical theory into something you could see, touch, and understand. The inscriptions make it clear that the Antikythera Mechanism was not just a mechanical marvel, but also a philosophical one, a physical embodiment of the Greek pursuit of cosmic order and harmony. Its discovery forced historians to completely rewrite the story of ancient science. Before this, most experts believed that the ancient Greeks, while brilliant philosophers, lacked the mechanical sophistication of later European inventors like Leonardo da Vinci or the clockmakers of the Renaissance. This single device shattered that assumption. It proved, in one stunning blow, that advanced mechanical engineering, complex gear trains, and precision astronomical calculation existed centuries before the Middle Ages. The mechanism shows us that the boundaries we draw today between philosophy, science, art, and engineering were blurred back then. For the ancients, understanding the cosmos was both a spiritual and a technical quest. Some scholars now argue that other similar devices must have existed, and that the Antikythera Mechanism is simply the only one lucky enough to have survived the ravages of time. Others see it as a singular, unparalleled marvel, the absolute peak of a brilliant but short-lived tradition of mechanical astronomy. Whatever the truth may be, its message is undeniable. The ancients were capable of far more than we ever imagined. Today, the original fragile fragments of the Antikythera Mechanism rest safely behind glass in the National Archaeological Museum of Athens. But its story is far from over. Modern engineers and clockmakers around the world have built stunning, full-scale working replicas, each one a testament to the ingenuity of its creators. You can find these models in museums from London to New York, allowing visitors to turn the handle themselves and watch the heavens spin before their very eyes. The media often calls it the world's first analog computer. While that's a bit of an oversimplification, it captures the essence of what it does. It's a machine that processes data, not with electricity and silicon chips, but with bronze gears and precise ratios, to model the past and predict the future. In pop culture, it's appeared in documentaries, novels, and even video games. But beyond all the fame lies something deeper. The Antikythera Mechanism is a powerful reminder that the human pursuit of knowledge is truly timeless. So, why does this corroded lump of bronze matter so much? Because it's more than just an ancient artifact. It's a mirror reflecting the boundless curiosity of the human mind. It shows us that our ancestors didn't just watch the stars. They sought to understand them, to capture the rhythm of the entire universe in gears and metal. From a shipwreck at the bottom of the sea, we've uncovered a story of genius, ambition, and the eternal drive to make sense of our place in the cosmos. Each fragment, each inscription, is a whisper from a forgotten engineer, living proof that knowledge, once lost, can be found again. The Antikythera Mechanism is not just the first computer, it is a monument to human intellect, a bridge connecting the past and the future, science and imagination. And as long as it continues to turn in the minds of those who study it, its gears will never truly stop spinning. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more stories from our amazing past. We'll see you in the next one.